guys, it's Meg. What's up? What's poppin'? Welcome to the first episode of Spooktober this season! And what better way to start than to talk to AI for a spooky topic? We already did an AI episode once this season, and I kind of have fun. Like, they're terrifying to talk to, but I'm kind of here for it. So we're going to start this off again with no creepy music. Where's my AI? Oh, she's up there. I always forget it's the first one. I got distracted. I was trying to multitask, and I can't apparently multitask. We're going to talk to our AI to see what our first Spooktober episode should be. Should I say, hey, it's me again? No, that's awkward. Okay. Hi, exclamation point. Would you be able to help me pick a spooky theme topic for my podcast? I'm surprised she hasn't been like, what's your podcast? So I said, hi, exclamation point. Would you be able to help me pick a spooky theme topic for my podcast? Okay. This is why we don't like talking to AIs. She said, hey, Megan, exclamation point. Absolutely not. We are not on a first name basis, Pookie. They said, that sounds like so much fun, exclamation point. How about doing an episode on haunted places in Massachusetts? There are some pretty creepy spots around here, exclamation point. How does she know what state I live in? Shut up. It says, do you have any personal experiences visiting haunted locations in Massachusetts? Do we ask the AI this? We're getting sidetracked and we're doing it. Do you have any personal experiences visiting haunted locations in Massachusetts? She shouldn't because she's only an AI. They said, I wish I could say I have, but I haven't been to any haunted spots myself. But I've heard that Salem is super spooky, especially with all this witch trial history. Have you ever visited any haunted places around here? We are not striking conversation. We're going to ignore the question. Is there any other spooky theme topics you can think of? Oh my god, then there's a sponsored ad for best ghost hunting equipment built by ghost hunters. I'm crying. It's on ghoststop.com. Do we go look at that website? Anyways, get out of Massachusetts. This is creepy. They said, for sure, exclamation point. How about an episode on urban legends and ghost stories in Massachusetts? Or maybe we could dive into the history of witchcraft and witch trials in New England. There's so much eerie stuff to explore. Okay, the history of witchcraft and witch trials in New England is kind of fun. I don't know if we've done that. Any spooky themes, topics? I don't like how she knows that aren't location based. Not sure if my listeners, viewers, would want a specific location. Oh my goodness. Why did we get... They give us of course, they're all Amazon ones, but there's book recommendations. The Book of Unsolved Mysteries, Without a Trace, Unsolved Disappearance, Unsolved Mysteries, Unsolved Indiana Murder Mysteries, The Virgin Murders, Unraveling the something. What did she say? Absolutely. You could do an episode on creepy folklore creatures, like the Wendigo or the Jersey Devil. Or maybe dive into some mysterious and unsolved cases like the Black Dahlia or the Zodiac Killer. Those always give me the chills. You know what? I kind of like the creepy folklore creatures, and I don't think we've done an episode on folklore. Let's look this up right now. I can't do two things, so we'll have to use my laptop. But I don't like how she knew I was in this state. It kind of creeps me out. Podcast topic. Here's my list. And we just do a little Command F. Folklore. Okay, okay, maybe let me just type in Spooktober. It would help if I spelled it right. Okay, we're just gonna type spook. So we got origin of horror movies, superstitions, crystals and healing stones, monsters in general, Halloween history. That was from season 4. Go back and look, view at your own discretion. Season 7, we did Frankenstein, Dracula and vampires, werewolves, mummies, and witches. And that's all we have. So yeah, we could do one on folklore creatures, because what the heck is the Wendigo and the Jersey Devil? That sounds like fun. I really like the folklore creatures. Thank you so much for your help. And there was something, no, please. They said, you're welcome. I'm glad you liked the idea, exclamation point. Folklore creatures are so fascinating and spooky. Can't wait to hear what you came up with. Should I ask for the AI's name? no, we're going to end there because that was a little creepy. Oh my god, creepy. And we're having a Spooktober episode. That actually works for the theme. Anyways, I'm going to stop recording here. And I'm going to go do my little research. And I'm going to come back. Honestly, probably in a couple weeks. Because I skipped recording episode 4. I did 3, skip 4 to record this so I could start researching a little bit more. And yeah, I'm excited. And I'm going to go do some research. I'm a little creeped out. But yeah. I'll see you on the flip side. And we are back, so let's cue our spooky music here. Ever since we're young, we hear stories of things that go bump in the night. So let's talk about some folklore creatures. And I was going to talk about more than the 2 AI suggested, but then I got so much information out of the 2 AI suggested that I was like, wow, that would be such a long podcast, and I don't have the energy to edit that. I'm going to be honest. It was more of an editing thing. I do this all on my own, guys, so... The first source we have is Britannica.com, and this is the Wendigo from the Algonquian mythology. So it is said that the Wendigo is a mythical, cannibalistic creature in the spiritual tradition of North American Algonquian-speaking tribes. I am so sorry. I know I'm mispronouncing all this. It also said that it's often associated with the wintertime, and that this is a fearsome beast that stalks and eats humans, or as a spirit that possesses humans, causing them to turn into cannibals, which later on we'll hear how that was used in actual real life. So there's multiple descriptions of what this looks like. Some say that it is thin with ashen flesh, or there's this description. I'm going to paint it for you. Maybe we'll cue some spooky music here so you can hear it. 15 feet tall and grows more as it eats. It has sunken, glowing eyes, sharp yellow fangs and claws. The lips are chewed or missing from it eating itself, basically. It is either hairless or it's covered in fur. It is seen with pointed ears, horns or antlers like a deer, and it smells of rotten flesh. And in this article, it said that's how humans would often know the creature was behind them. This creature also has extremely sharp eyesight, hearing, and sense of smell, and it is wicked fast. It is said to live in colder climates in the woods and lakes of Canada and North America. So if you live anywhere else, apparently you're safe from this little beast. A shaman is the only one who can destroy them by using silver, steel, or iron bullet or dagger. And some say that the heart needs to be cut out and burned in order for it to be destroyed. But I know we've done other Spooktober episodes on monsters, mythical creatures, and almost all of them, silver is an agent to kill them. And I know we researched this in the past, and I feel like the silver has something to do with the moon. But maybe Ed and Meg can come in and refresh us why silver is commonly used against monsters. Hey, what's up? It's Editing Meg, and silver is used against monsters because, according to Google, it said that it is a antimicrobial metal, which means it kills or slows the spread of microorganisms used in medical things. It's a very pure metal, and it is often associated with the moon, giving it quote-unquote spiritual powers. It is said the origin of the Wendigo exists in the oral history of North American tribes predating Europeans' arrival in North America. And it was saying how it was probably a cautionary tale about the importance of community and sticking together, or as a way to warn children not to wander. The first known written mention is in a 1636 report by Paul Lejeune, a French missionary living among the Algonquin people in what is now known as Quebec. Now, remember how I said that this beast can also be known as a spirit that possesses humans, causing them to be cannibals? Well, there have been people who actually use this to get out of crimes. I'm not even joking. There have been some murders and cannibalism where they blamed the Wendigo on their actions. I'm pretty sure it didn't work out, but I remember up until the 1920s, it was actually, let me go back to the article. Yeah, in 1879 in Alberta, Canada, a Cree hunter and trapper named Swift Runner claimed a Wendigo spirit had entered his dreams and told him to eat his family. And when he was tried for murder, he was found guilty and hanged for his crimes. I know we're all wondering what a Cree hunter is, and to be honest, I am still wondering what they are because I am very confused. When I tried Googling Cree hunters, it just came up as a group of hunters from a very specific area. In 1907, there was another case of murder where they were trying to say that they were killing the person because they were possessed by the Wendigo. There's also the earliest 20th century, the term Wendigo psychosis was being used by psychologists to describe a culture bond syndrome among Native and First Nations people whose symptoms included delusions of being possessed by an evil spirit, depression, violence, a compulsion for human flesh, and in some cases, cannibalism. Yeah, that is crazy. And then people have often, like every monster, have used this monster in their books and stories and movies and stuff like that. The second creature, monster, thing, I feel like things mean to say, that AI told us to look into was the Jersey Devil. So, for the Jersey Devil, the source I use is pinelandsalliance.org. You may be wondering, what is that website? You know what it is? Pinelands is a section in New Jersey. This is their government official, nature website. They have a whole section dedicated to the Jersey Devil. So, in 1938, it is said that the Jersey Devil became the country's first only state demon. It is said that the Jersey Devil is a kangaroo-like creature. Beware. Okay, I'll go slow so you can picture this because it took me a minute too. Even with the image, it took me a minute. So it's a kangaroo-like creature. It has the face of a horse, but the head of a dog. Bat-like wings, horns, and a tail. And it is said to live in the New Jersey Pinelands. So I've actually found a bunch of rumors of how this creature came to be, but this is the one that Jersey's specific website gave. And it is said the origin of this creature, how it came about, is there was a woman. Her name was Miss Leeds, and she was a resident of Esterville. She found out that she was going to be expecting her 13th child. And she was not happy about it. She said, there is no way I am giving birth for a 13th time. So she was so sad, so distraught, that she ended up yelling out, "Let it be the devil." So she goes through the process of being pregnant. I don't know where I was going with that one. And it comes time for the baby to be born. Well, the baby's born. Guess what? Her wish came true, and she gave birth to the devil. And apparently the baby made a loud screech, unfolded its wings, and flew out the window into the swamp that conveniently was right next to where she was giving birth. There have been stories in New Jersey of chicken coops and farms being raided, crops being destroyed, and animals being killed. And it is said his presence has been either seen or felt by many in at least 50 towns throughout southern New Jersey. And in the past, there even has been flyers, papers, rewards going out to capture the creature dead or alive. And there was once, and I'm not even joking, a $100,000 reward for the capture of the creature. Even today, the belief in this creature is so real that there's still people claiming to see him. And it's not like anybody, it's everybody in Jersey. It's apparently extremely big there, and people very much believe in this creature. But what about you? Have you heard of these monsters? Have you seen these monsters? I've heard of definitely the Jersey Devil. I feel like I've heard of the Wendigo, but I don't remember. It sounds familiar. But yeah, this was so fun having AI pick our topic. I will definitely be using them again. I think this is so fun and so cool, and it adds a different element to our podcast, I feel like. So, the next time you're learning about these folklore creatures, just know they've been here for an extremely long time. They might be real. They might just be fake and a cautionary tale, but we might never know the real reason behind it. Thank you for tuning to this week's episode of Hey Guys, It's Meg. You can follow Hey Guys, It's Meg _podcast on Instagram for updates and good times. Come back next Monday for our second episode of Spooktober, where I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about the Headless Horseman. I'll see you on the flip side. Peace out, Girl Scouts.